What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review of the final episode of the Junji Ito collection. Yeah, episode 12, we have finally arrived to this glorious episode. And just to say that, thank you guys, because this series has actually done really, really well, actually. Out of all the animes that I've reviewed besides Kai, this has probably been the best viewed series. I mean, all of my videos have gotten about over 50 views. Well, minus last week, but that was because I uploaded that video at midnight for, because so yeah, if you saw my review last week, you know exactly why it was uploaded so late. Yeah, so besides that one, all the other reviews have done pretty well, at least by my standards. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, sharing around if you did, and all that shit. Yeah, no, whatever, I'll talk that later. Anyway, and of course, guys, in case you are wondering if I saw Super iPad Wolf video on the Junji Ito collection, I will actually be talking. Jesus, okay, I'm turning off notifications on my iPad because this dinging's really starting to get on my nerves. There we go. Let me silence my phone because otherwise this dinging's starting to get annoying. Alright, there we go. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So yes, I see his video. I will talk about that around the end after I'm done top of the episode itself. And overall, I gotta say, this episode was actually really, really good. This is definitely one of the better ones because, as you guys know, I've been definitely like the Junji Ito collection. Been really, I really love almost all. I've loved all the episodes we've gotten for the Junji, but I can definitely say that for like the past few episodes, it started to go downhill a little bit. Where I'm like, yeah, I'm still reading the story, but they're like, yeah, they're not as good as the other ones from the previous, from like episode 2 and 3, but this one is definitely on there, because this is definitely one of the better ones. So let us begin. So we start this episode off exploring the jungle, and this explorer gets bitten by sea. He, pits his neck with his hand, kill the thing, and we see him go past some bushes, leading him to tree. We never really actually see what he was looking at exactly, as was our focus. And then so next time we see him, he's back in this apartment exploring. He's talking to his buddy like, "Hey, check out what I got from when I was in I forget where it was. I think it was like the Amazon or something." So he's like, "Yeah, this is some nectar. This is God nectar." Talk about like, "Yeah, this is some nectar I got. It tries supposed to taste like it tastes amazing, pretty much. That's what it is." So he tries it. His friend tries it. And they're like, "Holy shit, this shit's fucking awesome." So then later on, we see his buddies come in, which I'm guessing they're friends of the explorer. That one guy, so they all try it, but this is when the twist of the Junji Ito. This is what happens when we see Junji Ito starting to do the horror thing. Which actually, this episode was actually titled, or the short story was actually titled, "Smashed." So where pretty much if you eat the nectar, you explode. Well, not explode, you get crushed by something. So so they notice that, so they stop eating, so they stop drinking eating the nectar, which leads them to taking that, which also leads them to, which also, like, because they've eaten this nectar, that means that everything else they try tastes like complete shit. So they're essentially ghouls, where they only can eat the nectar, nothing else. So they try other food, they give up, and then another guy that was with them to like hey, blah 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 blah. I know how to do this without getting noticed. Which actually that's like the trick, is to like not get noticed when you detect it, just so you stay alive. So they try it, doesn't really work, but then they end up just going insane. Like fuck this, I'm just eating the nectar, and then then we see that actually that this thing. That's when we know that actually, yeah, you're actually getting crushed. You're not exploding from the nectar because it's whatever. So so they get crushed. The last person that survived the attack, those two got crushed, but they just said fuck it, I'm eating this nectar. He finds a tree, and that's essentially where the episode ends, with him also getting crushed. Now let's get to the second short story, which stars Soichi. Yes, we end the series with who we started with, Soichi. And this, I love his short stories. They're kind of like out of place in terms of the rest of the Junji Ito stories. He does horror. This is like very this is comedy, more or less dark comedy, I guess you can say. But I still love them. I still love them. So we started off with this girl narrating, talking about I forget his name, but where he's like this pretty boy at school that all the girls want his dick. So essentially Sasuke from part 1 of Naruto. So she says, "Oh yeah, he's been that he's had they went he's hospitalized for like like it was a abdominal pain or something, which was probably done by Soichi, and he like and Soichi kind of of course has his nail in his mouth. He's like, so he's like that's a good idea. So he's like, nah. So he like opens his mouth and his teeth are nails. Like he replaced his teeth with nails. It looks pretty creepy. She's like, look, I got fangs. So she's like, hey, what are you doing? She ignored me. So then these guys come up to Soichi. He's like, hey, is it true that you sell newspapers? He's like, ah, no, oh, tell me. It's like, what? It's true? And so we start hearing all these other rumors about Soichi Experimental School. There, oh, he's in a baseball team. He's related to this. He's the cousin of some famous singer that 12-year-old girls love. Blah 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 blah. And so then all the girls like start was like, hey Soichi, can you get us an autograph from this this stranger? Like, Darren wants to give it. I'll get you all an autograph. And he's like, you know what? I only have one autograph. I'll find a tooth and nail for it. And so then after that, where Soichi kind of like gets these ideas, we go to the hospital, back to the girl, which I guess is the MC for this arc, in a subplot that leads absolutely nowhere, and I don't know why it was concluded. I don't know what Junji put in there for whatever reason. So where she visits the hospital, she's visiting, Sasuke-kun, or Sasuke-sama, or whatever you want to say, like, the pretty boy. And so, but then there's another girl there. So they both brought him flowers. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'll be out. I'll be discharged in like a week. So, yeah, there's that. Which, like I said, guys, I don't know why that subplot was even included because it was kind of pointless. It leads us nowhere, but whatever. So after that's all said and done, we go back to the school. She's like, and she knows that actually Soichi is actually the one spreading all these positive rumors about him by hiding behind places and speaking like a lower tone, but you can still hear him be like, hey, I hear Soichi did this, or hey, Soichi and the MC, I guess, for this episode are together, blah 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 blah. Which then everyone goes like, hey, is it true that y'all two are dating? And then she's like, wait a minute, this is all just bullshit, Who listens to gossip? Who listens to gossip, but whatever. And then they start asking Soichi, and that's when the gig is up. He's not related. The autograph's fake. It's just him and his shitty handwriting. And so he leaves. And so he leaves from this predicament of being embarrassed. But then when we get back to the school, or after that part, we get something very interesting. I really like that Junji did this. Where actually there is a picture of a model on the blackboard. But not just any model. It's the model from episode 2. At least I believe it was episode 2, or maybe it was episode 3. Yes, the creepy model that killed those producers and the beginning in episode 2. Sorry, that was my dad. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the model is from episode 2. The model that that's like very disturbing. That your question, how is she a model in the first place? So I guess that technically means that this short story and that short story are in the same universe. But that was a nice little touch, and they're just freaked out about this model. Like, anybody will choose this woman is fucking freaky. So they tear it down, and then there's rumors about her, this crazy woman that's a model that, kills people, blah, 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 blah. And one rumor is, get rid of it, or whatever the exact reason was, to go to this pond area, and... Oh yeah, the reason was that if you go to this pond, you turn, if you, you go into this pond, you'll turn blue. So essentially, it's, in a way, they think, so in a way, this rumor is that this pond works like a Lazarus pit, essentially. But then we get back to the irrelevant side plot of this episode where, the relationship, the love triangle between the pretty boy and the two girls. I don't know why that's in there. Anyway, so she goes to the pond, trying to, upstate this girl so that Sasuke-kun loves her, because, fuck it, let's add a stupid love triangle to a horror short story. Fuck it, why not? So then when she gets into the pool, she's in a swimsuit. Soichi's right in there, started taking pictures. He's like, I made this shit up. This is for embarrassing me. He's taking pictures. He's like, snap, snap, snap. And then she rises from the grave. The model, she rise. She rises from the grave, and that's pretty much where the short story ends, with her kind of on the grave tall, and Soichi like, who there dares takes my picture without permission? So that's pretty much where she writing, and so we don't know what Soichi's fate is. Maybe he died, maybe he lived, we don't know, who knows? And that's essentially where the short story ends. Overall, fantastic. So my favorite for this episode, for the final episode of the Junji Ito collection, is a 10 out of 10. Now, let's talk about Super Ipax Wolf's video on the Junji Ito, where he said that this episode, him, as well as the anime man, found this anime to be very disappointing. Now, I can see where they're coming from, but like I said, guys, I've never read really any of Junji Ito's short stories, so all of these episodes and all these short stories were all fresh and new to me. But I can definitely see your points where definitely, because he talks about how, the scene in one of the earlier episodes where, the one where that, the girl's getting, peeped on by her parents, and then we had the scene at breakfast where they're all kind of like just chilling. Well, in the manga, they actually had like different panels of like of the family members, kind of giving you this sense like there's something very wrong with this family, and making her feel very, I don't know where the word move for, but very, I don't know, the words slip in my mind, but she feels very small, I guess you could say. Small. That's like the best thing I can think. I can't think of the actual word I'm thinking of. I can't, the word, whatever. So, so where in the anime, it's kind of like just, them sitting, eating breakfast. It loses all that, I guess, anticipation or creep factor from the manga version, as well as some of the character design, because I think it was episode 5, where we had that old lady, where these people moved into this house, and their next door neighbor would always kind of talk to their son at night, being like, "Hello, how was your day? May I come in?" That creepy woman. Well, in the anime she was very creepy, but in the manga, she'll make you shit yourself, because that's essentially what Junji Ito's art did. Like, if you were creeped out by the anime's art, the manga version will have you shitting yourself. Because, goddamn. So, I definitely see where Ipax and the anime were both disappointed how the anime, because it didn't really nail, I guess, everything that makes Junji Ito's story so great, which is understandable, but I do hope the series does get a season 2, so we get to see more of his Junji stories, or maybe just an anime series on, Gyo or Uzumaki. I would love to see it, because I love this series, and I would like to see more of Junji Ito in anime form. I'll leave a link to Super Ipax video down in the description box below if you are curious and care to watch it for yourself. So yeah, now, right before I leave you guys, I want to talk about one other thing. So yeah, after I'm done with this video, I will do my reaction to the Jotaro versus Kenshiro Death Battle, Fist of the North Star versus JoJo. I'll be reacting to that, as well as new trailers that drop for Persona 3 for Persona 5 Dancing Moon Knight, or Dancing Star Knight, Cloak and Dagger trailer, as well as I will also begin work on my first episode of my Road to Infinity War series, where starting this week, for the next 5 weeks, I'll be reviewing 5 MCU movies that I believe have had the biggest impact. It was originally before, but then I realized, oh shit, I'm not reviewing anything for Phase 2, so I am now going to, so yeah, I will be doing 1 movie for Phase 2, 3 for Phase 1, and 1 for Phase 3. I won't spoil what movie for Phase 2 it is, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not The Winter Soldier. Because okay, so you guys were like, oh, maybe Glenn's going to review The Winter Soldier. I'm not. I'm just like, so I don't disappoint you guys. When we get to Phase 2, you're like, aww. I was hoping it was going to be The Winter Soldier. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not The Winter Soldier. It's not I love The Winter Soldier, but it's not the one. I'm going to be talking about another movie about from Phase 2 that I fucking love. Yeah, so I got the thumbnail for the Iron Man 1 review already done. I just need to rewatch the movie, of course, review it, talk about it, get all that shit done. So yeah, and besides, yeah, guys, that's all I really got to say to us, guys. Like I said, guys, one thing, thank you guys for really supporting this series, because this, like I said, the series did pretty well, at least by my standards for anime reviews. And like I said, guys, I took a break from anime reviewing in winter. I came back during I took a break during fall. Came back during winter to review Junji Ito collection. But in spring, I'm bringing the big guns. I'm going ham, because I'm going to be reviewing. I'm going to be reviewing SAO. I'm going to be doing the SAO GGO spinoff, Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, Hiroaka Season 3, and the Persona 5 anime. I believe that shares airing on Saturday. Not. I'm pretty sure that shares airing on Saturdays. So I will be reviewing the Persona 5. Not well, shit. Yeah. So that as well as the Kai reviews and super reviews on Toonami. So it's a total of like 6 anime, like 5 or 6 anime reviews a week. So yeah, y'all gonna be getting a lot of animes, and hopefully I'm not going over my head, because I'm still in high school. So let's hope I'm not going over my head with all these animes I'm reviewing. But hey, I love anime, I love Tokyo Ghoul, I love SEO, I love My Hero Academia, I love all that shit. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting spring reviewing all the series for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, let me get my final verdict. If I didn't agree, my final verdict for this week's episode is a 10 out of 10, and my final verdict for the whole series as a whole, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Really did enjoy it. The episodes did start to go downhill around the end, but then 12 kind of went back up. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter if you're in the links in the description box below, and as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.